Facebook has a secret project called LIBRA. The company acquired the LIBRA trademark back in June of 2018. However, only recently have details about the secretive project come out. What it is Facebook's own cryptocurrency.
The first thing we need to understand with Libra is that it is not just a coin, it is a whole ecosystem. It's a whole ecosystem of decentralized finance. It is a whole ecosystem when it comes to having a whole new platform where developers can build applications that are running on this decentralized network.
This cryptocurrency is going to be headed up by a new foundation that's going to be based in Switzerland, in Geneva, Switzerland. It's going to have over 100 members on board who've each probably paid $10 million to operate one of the few nodes that are going to be validating transactions for this network.
Facebook is reportedly building a cryptocurrency-based payment system.
The social media giant is recruiting financial firms and e-commerce companies to help launch the payment platform. Users would be able to send a digital coin to each other and use that currency to make purchases on Facebook and online.
Now, whether it is decentralized or not in the way we're used to, we will discuss very soon, because obviously it is not going to be as decentralized as Bitcoin or Ethereum, but it's still more decentralized than PayPal, still more decentralized than Stripe, still more decentralized than anything else we've seen in the traditional finance space. And I think this is the mindset we need to have. We need to be looking at this as a project that is coming from the traditional space and now moving into crypto.
The Facebook blockchain is much closer to the EOS blockchain in that it has fewer nodes, faster throughput, lower fees, smart contracts. So people are saying it's more of a threat to EOS than to Ethereum.
The plan seems to be a currency that Facebook uses within its own marketplace. In order to get merchants on board, Facebook appears to be willing to offer lower fees than credit cards. This means that Facebook will be sacrificing their short-term return in order to get people spending more time on the platform. And that's really the aim of the game for Facebook at the moment. They don't want your money, they want your time, because that's worth a lot more.
Uber, Lyft on board. It's going to have, obviously, Facebook. It's going to have, it has investors from Coinbase, Visa, MasterCard. That's insane, man.
At Facebook's recent F8 developer conference, Zuckerberg and co. made some announcements, in particular about how commerce should interact with the platform. WhatsApp, a product of Facebook, will soon allow users to send and receive money.
They're starting the testnet like right now. The testnet just released. They have a brand new language called Move, which is going to have smart contracts enabled for it as well. So
we've been living in an echo chamber. I mean, we've been living in an echo chamber where blockchain companies talking to blockchain companies, blockchain people talking to blockchain people, blockchain entrepreneurs talking to blockchain entrepreneurs, and we never reach the end customer. Unfortunately, it's been the case.
But it's got the whole community today just up in arms about this whole thing. I mean, everyone is now saying, okay, you know, it used to be like Ethereum versus EOS. It used to be Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash. Now it's like Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, Litecoin, Ripple, everyone against Facebook coin.
Zuckerberg presented the future of Facebook as a privacy-focused social platform, something he immediately admitted was not one of Facebook's strong points due to the recent scandals involving the company. If your memory is rusty, this includes the Cambridge Analytica scandal, as well as other numerous projects that Facebook helped governmental organizations with. One particular program was the NSA's PRISM program, which was publicly revealed by Edward Snowden and caused Snowden to flee the US.
Even if you do not have a Facebook account, I'm not sure if you're aware, Facebook has information about you. Facebook has information about pretty much everyone through people who have registered with their phone numbers on Facebook. Facebook goes into these people's phones, pulls the contacts, pulls the phone numbers, pulls information posted about other people who might not even have Facebook accounts.
Now sure, other companies such as Google, Microsoft and YouTube also participated in the program, but this is simply highlighting that while Facebook may say that they want to ensure privacy, historically, this has not been the case.
99.999999999% of all organizations will not meet the rules, because they're very difficult to understand that you need basically to have a global company to be in this association. But it will be open for any global company, basically.
I had a Twitter post yesterday talking about how little I use Facebook these days. And this isn't just because I was banned off of Facebook without any explanation, and my group was deleted with over 100,000 people in it. and all of our admins were banned, including our personal accounts. And we did not chill. We deleted referral links, spam, tokens that were obviously nefarious, and yet we had our Facebook deleted. It was even before that. I have stopped using Facebook as much as I've become aware, as the awareness that they are leaking my data has come more to the front of my brain, of my mind. I'm aware that they are looking through my contacts.
But if you just look at how this network was announced, how the documents were released, you did not see Mark Zuckerberg. You did not see Mark Zuckerberg doing a huge keynote announcing this project. No, it wasn't at all like that. They basically said, hey, we are very decentralized. I mean, decentralized because we have all of these companies. We only have 1% of the votes maximum, and they're really presenting it as a team. You don't see Facebook really taking ownership of this, and this has a lot to do, in my view, with the fact that they have bad reputation.
If you're looking for something to protect you from, what some expect to be a global economic collapse, a credit shrinking or freeze, big issues that lie with the derivatives, this coin is not going to protect you. It's not the reason that Bitcoin was built. This is not a hedge against that.
That they do not want to have a lot of regulatory pressure, because they can say, hey, it's not us. We only have 1% of the votes.
This is just a way for Facebook to create a platform of payments to rival the banks, to rival people having to swipe their debit card.
The other guys who are in this, it's really a global initiative. So it is from both sides. And once again, when it comes to, if you compare this to PayPal, if you compare this to MasterCard, to Visa, then it is very decentralized. If you compare it to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Zcash, what you have, it is not very decentralized.
So I would be very careful doing all my finances through Facebook, right? It's no better than going through banks, in my opinion.
So I think you need to have the perspective, and you need to see the opportunities, because with an open platform for developers, there are so many opportunities to build applications that really solve real world problems, because at the end of the day, it's about solving real world problems. Obviously, people have a lot of concerns about privacy, and I think this is the biggest concern. And really, where are we heading if Facebook not only knows who you are, what you do, how you do it, now they also know what you spend your money on.
Why should we trust Facebook with our money and our transactions? Is the company liable to release our spending habits or personal transactions to governing bodies or firms like Cambridge Analytica?
So do not make the mistake of mixing this up with crypto finance. I mean, it is really maybe a bridge to crypto finance, because at the end of the day, I do think that Calibra wallet will offer other cryptocurrencies as well, because why not? You get so many transaction fees, you get so many users that use your wallet, and therefore you understand that they will not miss out on this opportunity. They see Binance, by the way, they see Binance, how much money Binance is making. So for Calibra and Facebook subsidiary, the wallet is really the way to monetize this whole thing. Maybe they will even have an exchange in the near future.
I fully believe that we are now seeing that rise of eCoin from Mr. Robot or Evil Corporation, whatever you want to call it. This is a conglomerate that is not that is going to be more Marxist, that is going to be more totalitarian in ways than perhaps anything we've seen in the past.
You see a pushback from regulators, but all in all, I think this platform is full of opportunities. Why? Because for the first time ever, you will be able to program traditional finance. Traditional finance is opening up, and they're pressured to open up because of crypto, because of decentralized cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Like Ethereum and Bitcoin, that do not have one central control, that give us that cypherpunk vision of using money like we look at language, which should be free.
I only see positive effects on Bitcoin, because you understand that it is a potential huge on-ramp for Bitcoin if they have this wallet and everyone is KYC'd because they have everyone's information on Facebook. Also, I think this just gets so much attention to Bitcoin and cryptos because they are branding themselves as a blockchain, they are branding themselves as a cryptocurrency, and obviously the most famous cryptocurrency is Bitcoin.
Some individuals for benefiting at the behest of everyone else, something that I have fought against, something that really brought me to this movement, that had me making videos. This is the reason I'm here today talking to you guys. It's completely the antithesis of that, while tacking on the fancy blockchain thing to it.
This kind of thing reminds me of an actual technocracy where tech companies begin to govern society. Although they already do in a way, adding a payment system into the mix makes things a little more serious. The simple solution is just not to use Facebook's currency on Facebook, Instagram, or any of their other platforms. And that's the big question. Will people use it?
But data security, privacy, encryption, how do you safeguard people's physical safety against terrorists and bad actors all over the world? And how do you balance that against privacy?
It's a pivotal time for Facebook. With growing public distrust, will the company be able to convince people to use their currency? And more importantly, how will the coin be used? And on another note, what if another company like Amazon released their own currency? What would you say to that?
The reason customers have been receptive in large part to our new initiatives is because we have worked hard to earn trust with them. Earning trust with customers is a valuable business asset. And if you mistreat their data, they will know. They will figure it out. Customers are very smart. You should never underestimate customers.
This is before possibly we have bots that are funded by Facebook that are out there saying that cryptocurrencies, that Facebook's cryptocurrency is just like other cryptocurrencies, but better. It's better than Bitcoin. It's better than Ethereum. It's got a better programming language that's easy. It's faster. It's already in use. It's got a reserve, so it's more stable. Before we have all this propaganda, you guys have to realize that you are bastions of truth out here. And you need to open your mouths over the next few years that are going to be coming up, because this is when this conversation comes to a head. I believe in the long run, evolution will mean that the open blockchains win out.
If the Facebook coin works out, it's going to further legitimize cryptocurrencies for more organic and private uses. That's what we can hope for.